My name is Bill Harlow. I was president of the Rotary Club in 1992-93. That was a time when we were meeting at the Doubletree Hotel. We had approximately 300 members. Helen Middleton was still our executive secretary. Her office was located on East Broadway on the second story of a building that she and her husband Jack owned. Dues were, I believe, $135 a quarter, which is slightly less than what they are now. We had 52 committees, and in terms of the times, as evidenced by some of our programs, our senator was Dennis DeConcini, and John Kyle in 1992 was still a representative and not a senator. And one of the interesting programs, again, that identifies where we were in 1992, we had a gentleman come and he spoke about how computers were beginning to be used in businesses. And so, obviously, the Rotary office had no computers. Helen had her beautiful ledger where she kept attendance, and she could tell you anything you wanted to know, probably faster than a computer could tell you. So another real highlight for me, I remember before the year started, we always have a historian, and Jim Officer had often been the historian, and when I asked him that year if he would be historian, he looked at me and said, I'll be a historian if you will give me something to do. So I said, Jim, that's great. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you 3 or 4 minutes at every single meeting to present a reminiscence of something that went on in Rotary since the club was formed. And I think his eyes kind of lit up and he said, I will do it. And for those people who know Jim Officer, it's not only that he has a great historical perspective on things, but he also has such a wonderful way, had such a wonderful way of presenting things. So every meeting, he didn't do all of them, but he did most of them. He got up and he gave us a moment in history of our club, and they were just fascinating. And the nice thing about Jim was that he always set the stage. He didn't just get up and say, well, this is what the bulletin said, or this is what happened. He would tell us, like, what was it like in Tucson during that period of time, or give us some background before he presented his Rotary reminiscence. And as we went along, I thought they were so significant, and of course he wrote them all up, and so interesting that later, after my year, we ended up putting it into a book, which is called Rotary Reminiscences, which has been given to every Rotarian over the years.